Okay, so I'm back for day 2 of chicken coop building. I have to tell y'all. So I didn't put the floor on last week because it was supposed to rain. We 100% chance of rain like every day last week. We got no rain until yesterday, which wasn't supposed to rain. Like even updated hippie. Even updated forecast, like there wasn't supposed to be any rain. And then Friday it was like, oh yeah, it's supposed to rain a lot. So it poured yesterday, which is good. We needed rain. So I'm glad I didn't put the floor on. But I can't put it on today either because the base is still slightly damp. So that plate is getting pushed back a little ways. Also, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get done today because I reached out. One of my original thoughts had been to use leftover materials from stuff and ask people and search Marketplace and that kind of stuff and see if I can just find some extra wood. And if you're like, but you didn't do that last week. Yeah, no I didn't because of poor plating. That's the whole reason. I knew I needed new lumber for the base because I wanted treated lumber, but everything else was just poor planning. I didn't think about getting it done ahead of time. So I have some fresh new wood, and I will probably still have to buy some stuff. But I am gonna do a lot with reclaimed, or not reclaimed, just leftovers, used, whatever. So I do have some boards. My dad gave me some 2x4s that have been sitting in his backyard. So they're dirty, they're warped, but they're actually in pretty good shape, like considering. So, and they're also slightly wet, some of them, because it rained yesterday. But they're drying. I think they'll dry pretty fast. So we're kind of just gonna play it by ear today and see how much I can get done, starting with the back wall. Beyond that, I don't really have, like everything's planned out, but I don't have a plan to get a certain amount finished before I quit for today. It's kind of go until I run out of stuff. Okay, so, hippie. My dogs usually aren't allowed in this big outer part, and they're out here with me right now, so I keep having to watch them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm already tired. Alright, so today, since I'm not doing quite as much, I did not move the miter saw out back. I don't even know, the pads of my kids. I'm just gonna kneel down on those. And if you're looking, I couldn't find my safety glasses, so I found another pair. And I now realize where my safety glasses were. Yeah. So, you know, there we go. It's fine. If you're wondering how long it took me to notice this, a really long time. Yeah. That was there for a while. Okay. So I'm just marking the boards. And one thing to remember whenever you're cutting with, well, any kind of saw, not just my circular saw, but any kind of saw, is the curve of your blade. So I always make sure to put like on the outside of whatever piece I'm going to be using. And you should also make sure to cut all the way through the board. It works better. Alright, so that is just a scrap piece of plywood, but I found it in the shed and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to put that down because that will be easier to build. So as always, label your pieces. Inside, outside, this end, down, whatever. Make sure to label that. And then I'm marking where I want everything to go. And with these lined up like this, it's really easy to just transfer my marks all the way across. And I do have my plans right there. It is a better idea to just check the plans regularly. Don't try to go off your memory, just check the plans. This is outdoor mustard. Might have gotten too much glue. Okay, so after I got the whole glue situation squared away, notice how windy it is. This is one of those, like, it definitely gets windier here, but it was supposed to not be windy, and then it got windy as I started working. So, just trying to make sure everything's square. And if you happen to like this content and want to see some more, if you could hit the like button, share, subscribe, do all the things, that really helps me out. I also do have some links down in the description below to support my channel or my chickens. Instead of buy me a coffee, it's buy me a chicken treat or a dog treat. Okay. I just screwed these together like this. Again, this wall isn't that big, and it's not going to be so heavy that this won't support it. So this will be fine. Also, the glue I used, Type on 2 or 3, whichever one, it's outdoor wood glue. And the screws are exterior screws. And then once I get this side done, I rearrange the plywood because it's not actually wide enough for the whole base, and do the other side. Again, making sure the whole thing is square. And no, I didn't make my kids help me today. Okay, so for the windows, I just went ahead and built these little frames right here. And then this was way easier to just build it like this and then just stick it in the space I had for it. Along with enough glue. Or mustard. My son likes to make a joke about accidentally using the glue for mustard. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy still getting to peel the glue off my fingers. Maybe that's why I haven't started using one of those tools for spreading glue. And here I am trying to find my square. Yep, and then this was me trying to get this screw in. And this is about when I decided that that was about all I was going to get done today. Also, I finished off one whole box of screws, so I figured that was good. So here's the wall for today. It's hard to tell with the other. Okay, so from here to here is the nest box. And I just left the whole area. I know 4 feet is probably too big, or too many nest boxes for, 5 hens. But I just figured until I built the next nest box, I could leave this area, and then if I wanted to divide it, then I can just add another piece, like in here. Okay, and then window. It's a square. Okay, you have the holes for the windows. Okay, and this one is shorter. This whole thing from top to bottom is 5 feet. So the front is gonna be 6 feet and the back is gonna be 5 feet. There we go. One quick update. Okay, promise I'm almost done. This is Darla. This is my new peach tree. Hi, Darla. Yay! I've wanted a peach tree for years too, and I finally got a peach tree. Yay! Okay, that's it. And as always, thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned to find out what Heather does next time.